What's up, love extremists? It's Ethan, and today I want to make a quick video to talk to you about love and abuse. Love is not abuse, and abuse is not love. And I think it's really easy for us to get caught up in certain cycles of abuse, not even realize it, and call it love. And so this is something that actually came up a while ago. I had a partner who encouraged me to start reading the work of bell hooks, and I encourage all of you to read the work of bell hooks because Bell is a pioneer in talking about the intersections of love and activism and social justice and things like abuse. And in her work, All About Love and the Will to Change, she writes about how a lot of times we stay in abusive relationships because we think it's love. We think it's rooted in someone caring about us, or all of this kind of intense emotion means there must be some love there. And I'm here to tell you that's not the case, and Belle would agree. I think the best barometer for understanding if you're in an abusive situation or an abusive relationship is just noticing how you feel when you're around that person or when you leave and you're no longer around that person. Do you feel a difference? Do you feel uncomfortable or worried or nervous or scared when you're around this person who loves you or you maybe love? Similarly, so when you're away from them, do you feel more free? Do you feel more liberated, more open, more expressive, or able to be your true self? It's so important to recognize that when we're engaging with a loving person, that love should not just feel joyful and feel kind and warm, but it should also expand us and be something that makes us greater than how we are on our own. And if we're in a relationship that contracts us or makes us smaller than how we are on our own, then I would argue that's not love, that's something else. And the way we get caught up in these relationships is often just based on how we grow up. Sometimes we grow up with parents or friends or siblings or cousins or others who treat us in a certain way and call it love, and that becomes ingrained in us. Like, oh, that's what love is. Love is being punished for doing something wrong. Love is feeling bad about hurting someone's feelings when I wasn't thinking about them. And certainly these things come up, and from time to time we don't feel great in a relationship. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm thinking, when are we really in a loving relationship if we're being hurt consistently? Whether that be emotionally or physically, verbally, there's all different ways to be hurt. Maybe we're just not being able to thrive or to fully be ourselves, to fully be embodied and be present and be joyful and expressive and loving to our partner or loving to ourselves. A lot of people say, can't love someone else unless you love yourself. There's truth in that, but ultimately the loving of the self is checking in and saying, okay, am I happy? Am I whole? Am I complete? Am I my best self when I'm with this person? And if I'm not, why not? Is there perhaps an unhealthy dynamic between us? Perhaps I have some personal work to do. Maybe you can do that and stay in the relationship and heal and resolve and find love beyond abuse. Stop abuse, set boundaries, and get to love. Maybe you can. I'm not saying you gotta break up with someone. I'm not saying you gotta run away. What I'm saying is recognize the difference when you're feeling expanded and joyous and present and confident in yourself, and when you're feeling contracted and small and hurt and maybe shameful or avoidant or just all these things that are not the bigness that you are. That's probably some abuse going on or some caught up trauma, things that might be still in your system that keep you from being in the space of love. So I hope this video is helpful. I know there's a lot of nuance here. Definitely check out Bell Hook's work, All About Love, The Will to Change, so many more. There's just an incredible plethora of work on this. And recognize that conflict and disagreement and argument, those are all great and important parts of a healthy relationship. But when we're talking about love, abuse is not. And if we're being abused, it may be time to reassess that relationship, find some help, find some external support, or maybe even leave. So that's what we got today. If you experience this and have moved through it, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. How do you relate to the dynamics between love and abuse? How have you learned to elevate beyond that and find love in a solid foundation that's not rooted in abusive behavior? And join us at extremist.love, subscribe to the channel, and just stay loving. Keep bringing it out to the world and keep bringing it back into yourself. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.